What's up, everyone? I am Hannibal. This is Mass Effect. We're back again. This is exciting. So last time was a long episode. I didn't realize I thought that talking to the crew wouldn't take so long. And yet in the back of my mind, I knew it was going to take about half an hour just to talk to the crew. So that added on to trying to do the full Noveria mission. Ended up being a pretty long episode. Uh, that's okay. I mean, it is what it is. I wasn't too worried about it. I'm hoping, though, that's probably the longest one we do. This one's probably going to be back more towards an hour and a half. So what we're going to do, we finished Noveria, and now it's time to talk to the crew. And I always talk to Joker, and I forgot to talk to Joker last time when we were done. So hopefully you guys can remember what Noveria was like. It shouldn't be too bad. It was just last episode. So we're going to talk to the crew, which should take 20 minutes to half an hour. I'm planning for it this time around. And then the next story mission, or the next main mission, not story mission, but next main mission is to go to Vermeer. We're not going there just yet. It'll be a few episodes before we go to Vermeer, because you want to get everything else done before you go to Vermeer that you want to do, because once you go to Vermeer, you don't have the ability to go places after that. The game kind of leads you in a direct path, and where you don't have as much freedom to go wherever you want. So it'll be a few episodes, at least 2, maybe 3, before we go to Vermeer, because we still have Pinnacle Station to do, and it just depends on how long that takes. But in any case, let's get going, and let's go talk to the crew.
Boy, am I glad to be off of Noveria. I don't know which was worse, the cold or the corporations. One will freeze your balls off, the other will sell them out from under you. With all due respect, Commander.
That's right there is probably one of my favorite lines in video games. One will freeze your balls off, the other will steal them out from under you. With all due respect, Commander. It's just a great line. Alright, now we need to go talk to Caden and Liara. Last time around, I ended up deciding I was going to go with Ashley for romance instead of Liara, so we kind of embarrassed Liara a little bit. And I can't be sure, but yeah, okay, so I went ahead and I cleared out my inventory because we were full again as of last time, so I mean, that's all just boring stuff. You guys don't need to see that.
Anything you need, Commander?
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I didn't figure you'd have time to talk with all that's going on. There's gotta be some xenobiologists who want to read about the Thorian.
The paperwork will keep. Something on your mind?
I'm just looking for an ear. The debriefing wasn't the right place to say how ridiculous this is. Seems like every other race in the galaxy is wrapped up in their own problems. They don't want to see what's coming.
Well, you know, I mean, we're all kind of selfish, right?
Wanting to believe everything will be fine? Sounds like human nature to me.
Yeah, I guess some things carry across species well enough. I should remember that after what happened with Vernus.
What happened with him?
I think you'd carry a grudge over the crap you took from Vernus.
Before I met Vernus, I knew as much as any other civilian. Aliens were weird, superior, and tried to tell us what to do. I mean, it's only been 26 years since first contact. That's not a lot of time to understand them.
That is true.
Vernus, who made me see how human aliens are. They're not different or special. They're jerks and saints, just like us. Hell, by the time I got payback, I didn't even want it anymore.
I don't see you snapping very easily. What finally did it?
The girl, I think.
He hurt Rana.
Yep.
Broke her arm. She reached for a glass of water instead of pulling it biotically. She just wanted a drink without getting a nosebleed, you know? Like an idiot, I stood up. Didn't know what I was gonna do, just something. And Vernus lost it. Beat the crap out of me. Kept shouting how they should have bombed us back to the Stone Age. And that's when the knife came up. A military-issue talent, right in my face. I cut loose. Full biotic kick right in the teeth. Almost as strong as I can manage now. At 17, that's something.
That must have hurt.
You wanted to help a girl you cared for. That's a noble thing.
Maybe my intentions were noble, but I lost control. I killed him, Shepard.
And he got what he deserved.
Snapped his neck. They probably could have saved him if they got him to an infirmary quick enough. But they didn't. Caused a stir when they shipped him home. Bot training was shut down. Kinetics folded a couple of years later.
It's good.
So, yeah, maybe I hated it too.
Seems like Caden was the reason why
if
everything
one
shut
asks enough
down.
to judge a whole race, I'd hate humans too.
A reasonable stance. Keep that level head and we'll do fine.
Staying reasonable is about all we've got left. Everyone else in this galaxy seems to have gone out of their minds.
Yeah, no kidding.
Present company accepted, of course. Anything you need, Commander?
I don't know if he says anything different.
Just trying to get
We're
a
all
sense.
in for the duration. You can count on everyone to do their duty.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
He mentioned the
Killing
Thorians, so I didn't know
Sarah's
if
What was Benezia anyway? Second in command? Advisor?
he was still on Pharaohs for some reason.
It should set him back a bit. I'm sure Dr. Tassoni's hurting, though. Poor kid.
Any opinion on the Rachni?
Off the record, if we had the option, I'd as soon have left it to the Council. We weren't out here during the Rachni War. I'm not sure we have any business getting involved.
Fair enough.
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Commander?
I have a really bad habit of bumping my mic. So I apologize if you heard that. I go to stretch out my legs and I bump it. It's a good thing though, I'm starting to forget that it's there. I'm starting to get more used to this.
If you are here to talk about Benezia's death, you need not bother. She brought it upon herself.
Don't pretend it doesn't bother you. She was your mother.
She was. But she was not. I prefer to remember Benezia as she used to be, before she was corrupted by Sovereign's power.
The best of your mother lives on in you. Her determination, her intelligence, her strength.
That is kind of you to say. I appreciate your
And there's a
concern,
reason
but
I
I am
didn't bring you
fine.
with me though.
Benezia chose her path,
So you
just
wouldn't
as I
have
have
to
chosen
see her
mine.
downfall.
I am with you until the end, Shepard.
I like talking with you, Liara, no matter what the subject.
Then let us talk about you. Are you okay?
I'm not sleeping well. The visions keep me up at night.
I wish there was something I could do to help you. You need to be at your best, Commander. The crew relies on you for leadership. It can be a heavy burden.
I can handle the responsibility of command. But if I don't stop Saren, the entire galaxy gets wiped out.
That's kind of a heavy
I'm sorry,
responsibility.
The last thing you need is someone constantly reminding you of how grim things are. Is there anything else you would rather talk about?
I'm good for
I
now.
should go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Alright, now we can head down the elevator. Almost there. Perfect. Alright, let's go just make our way around the room here. We'll talk to Garrus.
Commander, what can I do for you?
What's the matter?
Something bothering you?
It's Saren. I'm starting to wonder whether we'll ever find him. He's always one step ahead of us, and he's got those damn Geth.
We'll be fine.
We're getting close, Garrus. We'll find him.
I wish I had your confidence. I just can't stand the thought of him getting away with everything he's done. I know you're doing everything you can, and if anyone can catch him, it's you, but if there's anything else I can do to help, anything, just tell me what you want me to do, and I'll do it.
I appreciate it.
I understand your concern, but we'll find him. Just make sure you're ready to go when we do.
Yes, sir. I'll be ready. Can I ask you something, Commander?
Of course.
What is it?
Are you worried that the Council might be protecting Saren? I mean, they were really dragging their heels before. What if we find him, bring him back to the Citadel, and they refuse to act?
I get the feeling this isn't a question. Speak your mind, Garrus.
Well, maybe we shouldn't give them the chance, Commander. In my opinion, Saren's too dangerous to be kept alive. Too much could happen. He could escape, or the Council might let him go. If we find him, when we find him, I say we make sure we stop him permanently.
It all depends on the situation, I think.
If Saren won't listen to reason, if he forces my hand, I'll kill him in a heartbeat. But only if it's absolutely necessary.
But what's the point in keeping him alive? It just gives him an opportunity to escape or convince the Council to listen to him.
But if we
And what
kill
about the
him,
Geth? They might try to free him.
if we kill him just out of spite, we're no better than he is.
We know more about Saren's plans than anyone. But what do we really know? If we just kill him, we lose the chance to find out.
Yeah, I see your point. Do you really think there's more to know, other than the fact that he's a raving lunatic?
Maybe, maybe not. But it's not a chance I'm willing to take.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Skipper. Any interest in a small drink? It's a special occasion.
What's the occasion?
It's Armistice Day, when the first contact war ended. My family always marks it.
Sure, why not?
Since I'm the only Williams aboard, I thought I'd ask you.
Seems like an odd thing to celebrate. That was 26 years ago.
In our family, it's not really a celebration, more like an obligation. Don't tell me you don't know about my family. My commanders always find out. It's not in my files or something?
There's almost nothing in your files. Technical scores and a list of crap assignments.
There's a reason for the crap assignments. I'm General Williams' granddaughter, the commander of the Shanxi garrison in the war.
Ah, that would be the reason.
The only human ever to surrender to an alien race.
I see. That's why you drive yourself so hard.
A Williams has to be better than the best, if only to avoid suspicion. That's what my dad told me the night before he retired. It takes a special kind of thick-headed to march into a job where your family's blacklisted. I did it anyway. I'm not gonna let our name go down with Arnold and Quisling. Granddad deserved better than that.
I should have figured this out myself. I don't know how I can help you, though.
Look at who I am, Shepard. Do you ever hear me ask for help?
That is true.
It's not that bad things don't happen to me. If you stay with me long enough, maybe I'll tell you about some of them. But I deal with them myself. I don't need a shoulder to cry on, a knight to rescue me, or a man to make me happy. This is who I am.
Second
I
time I
like
bumped
her.
the mic. Whoops.
And you better like her too. So, you still interested in me? Baggage and all?
Everyone comes with baggage, Ash. The trick is finding a matched set.
Ooh, that's a good line.
That's awful. Tell me you got that out of a fortune cookie. But hey, once we save the galaxy, maybe the Alliance will get its act together. Start acting like an actual government.
The Alliance isn't perfect, but it does well enough.
Have to disagree with you there, Skipper. Giving aliens the run of our most advanced ship? Kowtowing to the Council?
The Alliance should be able to stand on its own. We can't. Yet. Why not learn from the races who've been standing for the last 1,000 years?
That's a pretty good point. It's always better to have allies.
How can you say that, given
Friends.
everything we've seen out here? They're already acting like Saren is our problem, already sicking us on the bear. The Council races will always think of themselves first. It's human nature. We can't afford to trust them, not if the survival of humanity is on the line.
Ash, you believe in God, an infallible, all-knowing creator with a plan for the universe. You think the diversity of views in the galaxy wasn't part of that?
I don't know what God intends, Shepard. I don't think humans have some divine mandate, if that's what you mean. I don't think we're superior.
Humans are aggressive. We think fast, we move fast. Wars have started because of our need for constant progress. The Council can balance that.
That's a good point.
Well, that's... Huh. Guess I never thought of it that way. All big picture, I mean. It doesn't make what happened to Granddad any better, though.
No, it doesn't.
What happened to your grandfather shouldn't have happened.
Well, at least somebody knows that. And a Star of Terror recipient, no less. Granddad must love that. I have a feeling things will come to a head soon. But don't worry, Shepard. I'll protect you.
I don't think I need the protecting either.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
You mean the Rachni, right? Like I said, the Rachni are dangerous. They proved that 2,000 years ago. I think it was a mistake to let them go. But that wasn't my call to make. It was yours. If you haven't talked to Dr. Tassoni, you probably should. She just lost her mom. That has to hurt. Just saying, Skipper.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, Skipper.
And Wrex, what do you have?
Shepard,
I think he'll give us
So,
his
you'd
own
rather be
quest
a
now.
merc than help your people.
I'm a fighter. It's what I do.
He talked about his father last time around.
Aren't you at all worried about what will happen to the Krogan?
What the hell do you want me to do about it, Shepard? I'm tired of sticking my ass on the line and getting nothing for it.
So you're just giving up on your people?
I gave up on fighting for a lost cause.
It's not a lost cause yet. I'm here
I'm
now.
not like you, Shepard. I'm no hero.
He could be.
Bottom line, killing for credits simplifies things.
You ever think about helping your people?
I try not to. But there's a lot of Krogan mercs out there. I'm always running into them. Half the time I'm being paid to kill them. But that's just part of the job. You don't get to pick who your enemies are.
How long have you been a merc?
Long enough. I took my first contract right after I left my home system. It's good work if it doesn't kill you.
I get the feeling you enjoy
Only the
it.
good last long.
Sure. You get to see the galaxy on someone else's credits, and most days end with a good fight. I've tried more organized fighting, private armies and such, but it gets too messy. I fight best on my own, or in very small groups. I don't like people relying on me, and I bloody well don't like relying on them.
You must have family other than your father. Don't you miss them?
You trying to make me cry, Shepard? I've got some unfinished business with my family, but that's all.
What kind of business?
Yeah, tell me about it. I want to know.
Before I left, I made an oath to my father's father. I swore to recover my family's battle armor. It was taken from him after the uprising.
What's so important about this armor?
It's a relic. Useless, really. But it was worn by 5 generations of my family before the war. It's rightfully mine. Originally, it was taken by the Turian military. We weren't allowed armor or weapons after the war.
I mean,
Now,
sure,
it's
Krogan
in
will
the
get a hold of
hands
him somehow.
Actus, a Turian scum who collects relics from the war. He's made millions selling Krogan artifacts that were stolen from my people. He's got several bases where he stores his goods, all fortified and guarded. I just don't know which base has my family's armor.
I'll help you look for it.
Just tell me where to start looking.
I'll upload the data to your nav system. But Commander, I want to be there when you find him.
Will do.
So long, Wrex.
Shepard.
Alright, now we just gotta talk to Tally.
It feels like we're getting near the end, doesn't it, Shepard? With Saren, I mean.
Hope so.
It won't be much longer. One way or another, it'll all be over soon.
You'll find the conduit before he does. I know you will. You have to. And after this is all over, when my pilgrimage ends, and I go back to my own people, I'll be proud to say I was a part of it.
We couldn't have done this without you, Telly.
You've been good to me. A lot of people treat Quarians like second-class citizens. They just want us to go back to our fleet and disappear. But you've treated
I don't know why
me just
Tally
like
isn't a
everyone
romance
else on
option
your
in this
crew,
game.
like an equal. That means a lot, and it says something about you. Whatever
Surprised they didn't
happens,
add her.
I just want to say thank you for that.
You just have the 2 options of Ashley or Liara. And then, if you're playing as a female shepherd, you might just have Garrus and Caden. So you have 2 options for both.
I'm going to miss you when you go back to your own people, Telly.
That that won't happen for a while.
One alien,
yet.
one human.
I'll be right here anytime you need me.
I should go.
See you later.
Alright. Alright, so now we can head to the galaxy map. Start working on some of these missions. I'm thinking we'll start with the mission that we picked up on Noveria when we hacked one of the terminals there. It's in the Kepler Verge. There we go. It's pretty impressive that it can fly backwards. Not too many things can do that. Nothing looks like that, at least. It's in our real world. The only thing I think can fly backwards is a helicopter.
Message coming in.
This should be Admiral Hackett.
I've received some troubling
No.
information.
Well,
Commander.
yep, it
I
is.
need your help. Someone is killing former Alliance scientists. There have been 4 deaths in the past month.
I'm happy to look into it, Admiral. What can you tell me?
All 4 scientists worked on a classified project on a cruise. There was a brutal massacre there years ago. An entire unit was killed by thresher maws. It was classified as a natural hazard, but the project dates coincide with the attacks.
Which means they were
You think these
involved.
scientists had something to do with the attack?
I'm not certain what I think, but it's worth investigating. There was one other scientist on the project, Dr. Wayne. I'm transmitting his last known coordinates. Good luck. 5th Fleet out.
Alright, so that should be once you get your Paragon or Renegade score high enough. Although this could be this could just be Hackett calling us about this particular mission itself. But that could have been okay, so yeah, that was Admiral Hackett calling us about this particular mission. But there is a mission that he should call us about soon enough, where once you get your Paragon or Renegade score high enough, he'll contact you about a mission, and it's different depending on if you're Paragon or Renegade. But I'm expecting that pretty soon, because my Paragon score is pretty much maxed at this point. But yeah, I'm pretty sure he was calling us about this one. Because we look at the journal, it's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, so he was just calling us about this one, explaining what's going on and why we're here. Underground facility. Alright. So, more Cerberus, pretty much, is... We're not done learning about them yet, apparently. Alright, just bounce around here. Not exactly the easiest terrain to get up. It looks like slightly better terrain to drive on down there. only slightly. There we go. Maybe. There we go. Hopefully it's not too much longer of a drive. That must be it over there. Oh yeah, it's a little bit better terrain to be driving on to get there. Not quite so rough. There's enemies over there somewhere. We might actually already be being shot at. Someone is already shooting at us. Hop on up here.
Enemies everywhere! Hold the line!
Maybe. There we go. I said that one flying. That's funny.
You must die!
Alright. I'm too close to her to kill her. There's that one. It says there's someone right over here. There they are. No. No, too close. Alright. Still too close. There we go. And then there's the one that is sent sailing. Somehow survived the fall. They're all the way down there. Perfect. And somehow, I think it's the sniper, they can target and damage certain things even through your shields on the Mako. So we'll just, for 15 Omni Gel, we'll fix the one tire, because why not? Alright.
I'm on my way.
Now we can head in. Right, I forgot I'm still using the Geth rifle. Seems to be working out alright for me, so. If not, I can always buy another, either steal it from Ashley or buy another. I have plenty of credits. Always just buy another rifle from the Citadel for the Spectre gear. Probably should have saved that, but that's okay. I don't think this is the only extra Cerberus mission either.
Go, go, go!
Might want to back up a little bit here. Oh, come on.
Go, go, go!
Okay. Really? I healed her as she died. That's cool. And I'm overheated. So we'll do that. And maybe damping. Let's use Unity. Ashley. Yeah. I need to use that. Seriously? Tally, like, I revived her and she just insta went down. That's cool. Yeah, it's good against, like, single targets, but I think, you know, I might want to consider heading back to the other weapon. I'm getting hurt pretty badly. back up here, shall we?
I'm on it.
Yeah, this is just taking way too long to kill everyone. How much fun is this gun to use?
You must die!
I think I might trade with Ashley, just so I can do more damage more quickly.
Lost shield!
Come on, thank you. Yeah, alright. We're gonna go equipment. Doesn't really matter which one I give her at the moment. Did not want to do that. Transfer upgrades to the new item. No, that's what I want to do. Shepherd. There we go. Perfect. And then back to Ashley. We'll give her that. Much better. Alright.
Clear, Shepard.
Back to the nice, noisy assault rifle that'll do a lot of damage. The Geth pulse rifle is fun to use. You just have to be more willing to, oh, good, medical kit. Let the fight drag out a little bit more. That's interesting.
Stay back! I've got no grief with you. All I want is this bastard.
Please! He's a madman!
No.
Mr. Toombs, you're insane! You need help!
It's Corporal! Corporal Toombs! You don't get to lie. Not today. Today it all comes out.
Alright, let's find out what's going on.
What all comes out? I'm listening. But I need you to put that gun down.
You don't understand. I don't want to kill anyone. I want to go to sleep without screaming in my dreams. I want the people who sent me to Aku's brought to justice.
Now,
Can't you see that Toombs is
depending
crazy?
on,
Shoot him!
But if I can't get that,
depending on your
I'll have to
background
settle
that you
for killing
chose,
the men who took my life away.
depending on the background that you chose, you can actually have some extra dialogue options with this guy because of you can choose the background where you were on Aku's when all this happened.
What did the doctor do to you, Corporal?
We were on Aku's. When the Thresher Maws hit, my entire unit was wiped out.
So you can like associate with him more.
The Thresher Maws. The scientists were studying them. They let them hit our unit just to watch. I woke up in a holding cell. The scientists were delighted I'd survived. Now they had someone to run tests on.
What kind of tests are we talking about?
You can't believe Toombs. He doesn't have any proof. I demand a fair trial.
Ever had Thresher Maw acid in your veins? I have. They wanted to see what it would do.
That does not sound
They
fun.
treated me like a lab animal. I only escaped because somebody destroyed Cerberus, their big organization.
That would be me.
This is justice.
At least that part
this
of the
man
Cerberus.
deserves to die. So, are you going to kill me or not?
You're better than this, Toombs. You're not like them.
Don't tell me who I am. You got away with a few scratches and a scary reputation. The rest of the unit died, and I was tortured for years, Shepard. You can't judge me. You don't have the right.
Toombs, if I could have helped you on Aku's, I would have. All I can do is help now. Let me.
I don't remember, I must have chosen that background too.
Okay. I'm no murderer. They couldn't make me one. Just as long as he goes to trial. Maybe the screaming will stop now. I don't know.
Those bastards can't hurt you anymore. Joker, tell the Fifth Fleet we need a ship for pickup.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Toom stares morosely at the floor, lost in his memories. You give the scientist a shove towards the door. Your mission is complete. The Alliance courts will take it from here. That doesn't sound very fun. Thresher Maw, acid in your veins. Alright, we'll just head back to the Normandy. We have at least one more mission that deals with Cerberus, from what I believe. Alright, so let's go.
Message coming in.
Maroon Sea.
Patch her through.
I reviewed your report on the situation, Commander. I'm glad to see you were able to take Dr. Wayne in alive. Now we can put him on trial and get some answers. Corporal Toom seems to have found some closure. Hopefully with therapy, he'll have a normal life again someday. Thank you again for your assistance, Commander. Fifth Fleet out.
Alright, there's the Maroon Sea, and we need to go to, must be this one. Yep. I've got my cheat sheet here, just to make it easier so I don't have to go into my journal all the time.
Patching it through.
Commander, I'm glad you were in the area. We've got an emergency situation, and you're the only one I can trust to get the job done.
How can I help, Admiral?
Biotic fanatics have hit a medical research station with a psychotropic drug. The drugs have temporarily driven researchers crazy, and the biotics are effectively using them as human shields.
So I can't just run in.
So if I shoot everything that moves, a lot of researchers are gonna die.
Pretty much.
Exactly. A normal team could handle the biotics, but a lot of innocent researchers would die during the operation. That's why I contacted you. I'm hoping you can keep the casualties to a minimum.
Alright.
I'll do everything within my power to bring those researchers back safely, Admiral.
I know you will, Commander. I'm sending you the station coordinates now. Fifth Fleet
I'm
out.
pretty sure that's the besieged base, which is the Paragon mission that you can get.
Looks like we've got an active distress beacon on the planet below, Commander. No message, just a locator signal.
Alright. Well, let's go find it. I love that you just literally drop in from the Normandy. It's like you drive out the back of drive off the back of the ramp and just fall down until you hit the. I mean, they didn't even bother dropping you off. Oh, we need to look at the map. No, it's not the right one. Scientific facility, there we go. Although there's an enemy over here, apparently. So I kind of want to go check that out. I'm kind of interested to see why there's enemies over here when they're not near the, interesting. We got some Thorian creepers over here. And somewhere over there as well, apparently. It doesn't look like we can go in there, though. Alright, so I guess I'll just head to... I think this is another Cerberus facility. Either that, or Exogeny took some Thorian creepers off-world, off of Pharaohs, to study. and then obviously something went wrong. So it's either Cerberus or Exogeny, one of the two. On this one, I actually think it's Exogeny and not Cerberus. Oh. We'll just fall down here, I guess. The terrain just gets worse and worse with each mission that goes by. Alright, where are we in relation to... I guess we need to head this way. That's one thing I noticed is it's the later assignment missions that you get, it seems like the terrain on those worlds just gets even worse. I mean, like everything looks like this. It's just ridiculously steep and rocky, and it's pointless in my opinion. Which, I mean, this just leads, you know, once again to my argument, lends to my argument of it's not the Mako that people hate, it's the terrain that you have to drive on with the Mako that people hate. Because, like, the Mako itself really is not that hard to drive, but with this terrain, it just sucks. Because you're bouncing all around, and, like, really? Is there a reason why we need, you know, 90-degree cliffs to drive up? It's perfectly okay to just give us some hills and some flat ground. Oh, come on. This is a predicament. Alright, and we're back. So, we're almost at the base now. Since we're at a decent height above it, we might as well shoot some guys while we're up here. Or just some Thorian creepers, that works too. Take them out, because we can. There we go. hopefully this won't take too long to get down there. Alright, I think we're good. Oh. Well. No, we should still be okay. Once again, as I said, terrain, not the thing you're driving. Alright, so obviously something isn't right if there's Thorian creepers here. So let's go find out. Alright, and more creepers. Here you go. Yeah, I think as much fun as it is to have the Geth plasma rifle, if we're gonna get through this in any sort of decently timed manner, this is definitely the gun to have. Alright, Ashley, why are you using your pistol? This just destroys enemies so much faster. Alright. I should probably head down to the med bay when we're back on the Normandy just to restock on med supply, or med shield now that I'm thinking about it.
Rescuers? Oh, thank God. See? I told you somebody would come to investigate that signal. My name is Dr. Ross, Chief Exogeny Researcher at this facility. We've been trapped in this room for days. We're almost out of food and water. You got here just in time.
I need to know what's going on. Why is this place crawling with Thorian creepers?
How do you know about the Thorian?
I killed it.
I know what Exogeny was up to. I saw what they let the Thorian do to those colonists, so I destroyed it.
Our secret's out then. No point in my lying. You already know the worst. The creepers here were created using altered samples from the specimens on Pharos. We discovered a way to turn them into docile, obedient servants.
That always goes well, apparently.
Everything was going fine until a few days ago. Then all the creepers suddenly went berserk. Only a handful of us made it back into the safety of this room.
It's probably because of the Thorian back on Pharos.
Why didn't you send a clear message asking for help? All we had was that signal from the emergency beacon.
This is a closed communications base. Exogeny was worried about someone on the project selling secrets to a rival firm or reporting our work to the authorities. We have no direct communication with the outside, only the emergency beacon. It sends a general distress signal to the Exogeny site on Pharos.
They were having their own issues.
They're supposed to send a team to respond inside of 24 hours, but it sounds like they had problems of their own.
Only a bunch of Geth.
Any chance some of the other people at the base might still be alive?
I doubt it. Too many creepers out there. They never stood a chance. We're the only ones left.
Any idea why they turned on you?
Maybe there was still some kind of link between the creepers and the Thorian back on Pharos. The Thorian was unlike any other life form we've ever studied. I can't explain how, but maybe when it died, it somehow set off the creepers here.
I've heard all I need to.
Look, I know what we did here was wrong.
Yep.
I'll admit that. But it's over now. There's no sense reporting this to the authorities, right?
You were in charge of this project. The safety of the staff was your responsibility. They trusted you, and you betrayed that trust.
Be reasonable. I didn't mean for this to happen. Besides, how does it help anyone if I end up in jail?
You won't be able to do any of this anymore.
Back, but it sounds like they're going to have their hands full cleaning up the mess on Pharos. But I've got money. A nice little emergency fund they set up. It's yours if you let us go.
Nope.
The victims here deserve justice. I have to take you in.
That's not going to happen.
Really,
Open fire. Open fire!
You're gonna make us kill you, huh? That's real smart of you. Very dumb.
Go, go, go! Go, go, go!
Exogeni's second-rate mercs proved no match for a trained Alliance Marine. No kidding. With the last of the science crew dead, there's no reason to linger here.
Now is not the time!
It's
Perimeter secured.
pretty stupid of them to try and fight us. Oh, we're back up to 4 minis, though. We should be okay. Nah, I'm not gonna bother going over there. Yeah, I wasn't gonna let them get away with this. They've screwed over enough people already. Alrighty, time to head back to the Normandy. There's plenty of other problems in the galaxy yet to be fixed. It's the most decoration, I think, in a... It's almost like a bar. Reminds me of Coruscant a little bit. It's the most variants in one of these bases you'll ever see. Apparently Exogeny likes to party. Alright, back to the Normandy. And we're still in the Maroon Sea. Heading to, let's see, probably one more Exogeny base with a bunch of creepers that went berserk. I'm willing to bet. Alright, that terrain doesn't look any more friendly than the last one we were on. So that's cool. We want Ashley and Tally. After this, I think we're gonna go and do our those squad mate assignments from like Garrus and Wrex want us to do for them. Alright, let's see here. 3 different structures, but fortunately they're all within decent distance of each other. This one might actually be Cerberus. I could be wrong, because I believe there's more creepers. For some reason I think this one links back to Cerberus. And it looks like there's at least more flat ground than the last one we were on. Just as soon as we get through this first little bit of mountains. Am I going the right way? Now I am. There we go. I can already see that there's probably going to be some better terrain. Alright, so there's one facility there, one there, and I think another one right over there. That wasn't too bad of a landing. That was a little bit worse.
Where is everybody?
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Yep. So I don't see anyone. Oh, look at that. So, probably not creepers. I'm thinking husks. This is definitely Cerberus. Is there some more of those husk things that turn people into husks? Not really sure what to call them. What does it say? Oh yeah. Turn them into mindless creatures. Yeah, they're called husks. be swarming us anytime soon. Oh, he's gone. Alright, 2 left. 3 left. Never mind. Now only 1 left. Perfect. I got me 52,000 credits for that. Either that kill or all those kills. Alright, we're back up to 5. Nothing over here, so let's just go and check upstairs real quick. We should be good to just head to the other facilities. I'm not gonna bother going over there. Alright. So yeah, we'll probably just end up seeing more husks when we hit the other facilities, is what I'm guessing. I don't really expect to find anyone alive. Because when experiments go wrong, they tend to really go wrong. Alright. Or it could be, who knows, maybe we'll find multiple different types of dead enemies. But I'm guessing more husks. That's my theory. Well, it looks like there's something alive over here. Yep, more husks. There's...
How horrible.
Outside the base.
The colony must have been transformed.
What? One more? Alright. And I missed again. That's 3 shots, 3 misses. Alright. Clear the husks from this one. So there's 2 of these buildings, and there's one building up above that looks definitely like some sort of research station. So I'm willing to bet that whoever was up there purposely did something to the colonists. Or whoever was here. Nice shot. That's exactly what I was going to do, Tally. Okay, you're not going to run at me? Maybe? Maybe not. No, he's just sticking around the corner. Alright. Now he moves. One more. And... Tally downed him.
Perimeter clear.
I'm remembering how to do it. Alright, I'm just gonna use one just so they stop blinking. Although I think Ashley might have some sort of ability on. Yeah, immunity. That's why hers is blinking. Her health bar. Weapons locker, aid station. I will take that. Perfect. Guess I won't need to go to the Normandy med bay. Alright, one more station. We just gotta figure out how to get up there. Oh, I think it's probably just continue on the path somewhere around here. Alright, we'll just put a marker on it just so we know where exactly we're going. Alright, so it's up there. So let's kind of stick to the flat ground here and see if there isn't some easy way to maybe get up there. I didn't see anything over there. That doesn't look too bad. I might just try and head up right there. Oh yeah, alright. Not too bad at all. Well, I think there might be an easier way to get up here that I just didn't bother finding. Well, I finally hit one. There we go. Looks like there's a third one somewhere around here. Just want to see. Yeah, I think like right here. This is if we kept going around the other way, we would have found this, which is a little easier to get up than the other one. But that's okay. Alright, park here. Oh, didn't mean to do that. And we'll clear out the rest of these husks.
Smell trouble.
Alright, overheated. I think that was the hostage doing that to me. Oh, never mind us. That was fun. Alright.
Perimeter secured.
I think we find some sort of evidence in here. I could be wrong though. Yep, there's something over here. I'm pretty sure it links to Cerberus. Terminal. That looks about right. A colonial pioneer team rarely consists of more than a few dozen specialists. It's clear that none of them survived. The Cerberus group has a lot to answer for here. Yep. It was Cerberus. I don't think there's anything really of importance over here. Nope. Alright, so I think we'll go and get Rex's armor, family armor first, and then we'll go help Garrus find his errant doctor. And then after that, you know, I'm thinking, I'm not gonna push this one to past an hour and a half. We're definitely not gonna get everything done that I was thinking we were gonna get done, which is just fine. I'm not worried about it. And with Pinnacle Station, I'm not as worried about it having to be all in one episode. I don't think Pinnacle Station just might be long enough to have 2 episodes. So especially if we have a couple more assignments that need to get done before we go there. So I think what we'll do these next couple of missions, and then next time around finish the assignments we need to do, head to Pinnacle Station, once those assignments are done, and start it, and then the next episode after that we'll finish Pinnacle Station. But in any case, let's see here. So if we're gonna go find Rex's family armor, we need to head to Argos Row, which, as I've shown before, oh, there we go. And then Phoenix, alright. We'll be coming back here eventually. I might even, no, that's not what I want to do at all. I'm looking for, nope, yep. I might might even head back to the Citadel. Normally I don't until you're forced to, but we have a couple of unfinished quests that we just need to go and talk to somebody on the Citadel. And at this point, there might be just some better Spectre gear that I can buy too. And I need to get Tally some better armor. She's kind of out-leveled the armor she's wearing. So I think at the end of this one, we'll do these couple of, I'll do Wrex and Garrus's squad missions, and then we'll head to the Citadel, and we'll call it good. There we go, hidden structure. You know, this terrain isn't terrible. Could be better, but I'll take this over 90-degree vertical wherever you look. So this is at least drivable. Alright. Don't mind me just, just dropping in. Alright, well, fine. Here you go. He didn't want my machine gun, so I'll just give him my cannon. We'll just save here real quick. Alright. Oh, no, wait, hold on. Before we go there, I almost made a mistake. We need to go back to the Normandy. We're after Rex's family armor, which means we need to bring Wrex along. I forgot about that. Almost made the mistake of not bringing him along. Alright. And then when we go for Garrus's mission, we need to bring Garrus along. You can do it without them. But I'll go with Ashley. Why not? So you can do it without the squad member, but you get they like you more if you bring them along. Because I mean, they did ask for you to bring them along. And I think you get oh, we gotta drive there again. That's okay. Excuse me. But I think you also get they're not as upset with you, or they in the dialogue, if you didn't bring them along, they act a little upset with you. Like, how could you do this to me? You promised. I mean, they're grateful for what you did, but they would have preferred to have been there, so. Which makes sense. I mean, if you ask somebody to do something, and you say, hey, bring me along, they then go and grab some of their buddies and go and do it anyways. It's like, here you go. They're like, well, thanks, but I wanted to be there. I'm glad I remembered before we started shooting up the place. Alright.
Heading out.
I also went ahead the last time I went through my inventory before dumping everything I didn't need. I went through and gave all of my squad members better gear. So
this is the place. My armor's here somewhere.
Another reason to bring them along is that you get, extra cutscenes and dialogue and stuff like that that you wouldn't otherwise get. But so like having to bring Wrex along, having to bring Garrus along, they shouldn't be too terribly underleveled. And as you saw, I also
Enemy contact.
upgraded them all in terms of points and whatnot, so they have other abilities just for fun, because I knew I was gonna need to bring them along for stuff like this. Man, that guy did not want to die. Oh, it sounds like they're all up, or it looks like they're all up above, for the most part. Medical kit. I can hear Ashley firing. For a moment there, I thought we were fighting Geth, and I was like, oh, wait, never mind. It actually has the, pulse rifle. Yeah, they're all, for the most part, up above. Oh, there's that guy. Sure, throw. Put you in stasis, shall we? Bioducts do come in handy. And he's out of stasis already, that's okay. Go! 30,000 for that kill. Go! Just playing ring around the rosy with this guy. Pull that shotgun. That could have hurt, but it didn't. These guys are tough. They do not want to go down. More so than usual. There we go. I bet they're purposely tougher because of the mission that it involves. Well, there we go.
Perimeter clear.
Yeah, those guys did not want to die. Taking way more damage. His armor should be right up here. And another medical kit. I'll take it. There it is.
I can't believe my ancestors ever wore this piece of crap. But at least I've got it back.
I'm glad we could help you get it back.
I might just be starting to like you, Shepard.
Wrex touches his grandfather's armor, his expression thoughtful, perhaps? Krogan are hard to read. Then he shakes off his amusement and grips his gun with renewed purpose. Time to move on. Alright. There's another reason why it's especially good to do Rex's mission. Because there will be a moment on Vermeer where it almost looks like Wrex might decide to go and do his own thing, and you have to try and convince him not to, that it's actually best to stick with the team. And if you do his mission, you have a much higher chance. If you do his mission, I don't think you need to have a high enough Paragon or Renegade score to convince him to stick around. Whereas if you don't do the mission, you need like a crazy high Paragon score or Renegade to convince him to stay. So it's definitely worth it to do this mission, even just for that, just in case you don't have a high enough Paragon or Renegade score. Which I didn't the first time around, so I was very thankful, because I didn't know what I was doing, so I was very thankful that I had done the mission. Let's see here. And now we're going to the Kepler Verge for Garrus. Maybe. Somewhere around here. Aha. And then I think it's probably this one. Herschel, yep. Because you can't convince him to stay around, you end up having to kill him, which is not cool. I prefer to keep my squad mates alive. I don't think that's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. Because if you remember, Garrus, he was telling us about Dr. Salion, who then ran and changed his name to Dr. Hart, who was cutting people's innards out of them. So let's bring... Nah. Garrus is all tech, so we'll we'll bring Ashley. We can level up the squad a little bit more. There we go. Alright. Both of them should be using assault rifles. Yes, alright. We're gonna be getting attacked by some sort of... yeah. They're called test subjects. They look like Thorian creepers, but I mean... They couldn't be creepers, so they had to call them something else. Although they act like husks. Well, I guess husks and creepers kind of do the same thing. They run at you and try and either blow up or spit on you, just like that. Alright, we'll heal up here.
Good, Commander.
There we go. Get the door open here. Which one is he in? I think it's this one. Yep.
Thank you. Thank you for saving me from those things.
Commander, that's him. That's Dr. Saleon.
What? My name is Hart. Dr. Hart. Please, get me out of here.
Yeah, your name's not Dr. Hart.
Are you sure it's him?
Positive. There's no escape this time, Doctor. I'd harvest your organs first, but we don't have the time.
You're crazy. He's crazy. Please, don't let him do this to me.
We'll take him in. Drop him off with the military.
But we have him. We can't let him get away. Not again.
He's not gonna get away.
If he dies, we'll never know what he's been up to or how he did it. We'll take him in, interrogate him, and he'll serve his time.
For life, and...
Okay.
Solarians don't exactly live very long anyways.
You're a very lucky Solarian. You owe the Commander your life.
Oh, thank you so very much.
Enemy sighted.
Alright, guess he's decided to not come with us, so we'll just do that, and maybe that. Perfect.
And so he dies anyway. What was the point of that?
You can't predict how people will act, Garrus. But you can control how you'll respond. In the end, that's what really matters.
Yeah. I don't think I ever met anyone like you, Commander. Well, I guess we're done here.
Saleon's medical equipment is stained with the blood of many species. Pale blue, violet, orange, and more than a few dark red. But his work has ended here. Time to head back to the Normandy. Gone for good. No more harvesting organs for him. Alright.
Jammers online.
Just gonna check over here to see if there's anything. I know I ignored the storage locker, but I'm not really exactly worried about equipment right now. Alright, so that's perfect. That'll give us enough time to head to the Citadel. We'll talk to... what we need to do is we need to talk to Nasana Dantes, or Nasana Dantes. We never did go back and talk to her. We found out her sister was actually the leader of the gang, and we probably killed her in the attack, thinking we were trying to save her. And then she used us just to get rid of her sister. And then we need to talk to Conrad Werner for the third and final time. So, and then we'll probably head to Spectre Requisitions, maybe pick up some more equipment. Hopefully maybe even some better equipment. And we'll call it good. And next time around, we'll go and do the remaining assignments we need to do. There's not too many of them. One will take a little while though. One will definitely take a little while. And then, because there's like 6 different parts to it. It's all in the same system though. once we're done with those, we'll head to Pinnacle Station. We'll probably only get maybe 45 minutes, half an hour to 45 minutes into Pinnacle Station at most. But that's okay. That might actually balance it out just right. Because I don't want to do another 2.5 hour episode or part. I call them parts when I upload them, but I keep saying episode, but that's okay. That's just fine. Alright, back to actual telly. We might want to, I don't know if Wrex and Garrus have, I think they might have some
with exterior atmosphere.
dialogue options as we've done those missions.
The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has
So
the deck.
I might come back. I mean, we're only an hour and a half, so I might come back when we're done here on the Citadel. And there we go. Because it won't take us very long on the Citadel, so I might come back and just see if they have extra dialogue now that we did those missions.
After years of poor economic performance, ExoGeni has announced that its research colony on Pharos is finally returning a profit. New discoveries and a dedicated colonization effort have finally paid off for ExoGeni. ExoGeni's stock rose sharply with the announcement, with investors pleased at this surprising news.
Looks like ExoGeni found some way to continue to make Pharos a colony. And we won't be seeing the colonists again, but we'll see Shiala again since we chose to spare her, since we wanted to help the colonists. We'll see her again in both Mass Effect 2 and 3, I believe. I know we'll see her in Mass Effect 2. We might not see her in Mass Effect 3. I think we do, though. I know we see her in Mass Effect 2, though, for sure. Once we get to Ilium, which is probably my favorite planet or favorite world to be on in this entire game. Ilium? Yeah, that's the right word. That's the right name. We want embassies. But that's about... It's a decent way into the game of Mass Effect 2.
Welcome to the Presidium.
It's about halfway, I think.
Allow me to be your guide.
Alright. So we'll go and talk to Nasana Dantius first. That's also where we'll be seeing her again. We'll be seeing her again on Ilium.
Yes, Shepard? Did you find my sister?
Oh, I found her.
Dahlia's dead, and I know she was blackmailing you.
So the truth comes out. I hope you're not angry. Surely you can understand why I lied to you. If people found out my sister was a criminal, I'd be considered a security risk. They'd revoke my clearance, or place me on administrative leave until she was apprehended. That is why I misled you. I could not risk you exposing me. But now that Dahlia is out of the picture, it's no longer a problem.
You should have told me.
I would have helped if you just told me the truth.
Perhaps you're right. I am sorry. We have trust issues in my family. Obviously. I shall transfer a little something into your account as a token of my appreciation. I'm sure you'll find the amount satisfactory.
You're a diplomat on her way up the ranks. It could be handy to have a Spectre who owes you a favor.
You make a good point. Anyone can come up with credits, but I can give you authorization to purchase prototype Asari mods. I will get you added to our manufacturer's preferred client list. I think you'd be very interested in what they have available. Goodbye, Shepard. It has been a pleasure doing business with you.
63,000 credits and access to some Asari mods. Not that I'll end up using them, but I don't really need the credits either. I have over 2 million credits right now. If we look, equipment, yep, 2.7 million credits. I'm well on my way to 3 million. Alright, so now we need to go... I suppose we need to go and talk to Conrad Werner. Words? And then the markets. Yep, there he is. Alright.
Commander, I've got an idea, and I wanted to run it by you.
I've got a lot going on
Make it
right
quick.
now, but I can spare a moment.
Great. This'll just take a minute. With so many human colonies being attacked, I'm not sure that one Spectre is enough. What if you signed me on as another Spectre?
That's not how it works.
Conrad, I don't think that's a good idea.
But I'd make a great Spectre.
No, you
I'd
wouldn't.
be right there with you, showing the Council what humanity is capable
You get
of.
killed instantly.
I want to be with you, fighting the good fight like you did on Elysium during the Skillian Blitz.
I believe you, Conrad. But there's another fight that needs you.
What? I don't understand.
You know what keeps me going out here? Knowing that people back home are keeping humanity strong.
You're right. I just got so caught up in all of it. I wanted to help. I'll go home. Thanks for setting me straight.
Alright, so even though I went the Paragon route with him, he's still gonna act as if we went with the Renegade.
Thanks. Hasn't worked well since I bought it. Hey, are you refunding his stuff?
Alright, CSEC. We need to go to CSEC.
He took his return. Look, I'm telling you, I bought this here. Why won't you return it?
I can't take it back,
That has got to be annoying. I've dealt with that kind of stuff of my own working at a job, so if you work in retail at all, you will deal with that kind of just garbage. I know I'm going the I'm not taking the not what I wanted to do. I'm not taking the fast travel route, but I just felt like walking for some reason. I felt like taking this route just for fun.
Admiral Kahoku, a respected member of the Alliance military, has passed away. The veteran soldier who won the love of his troops during conflict with the Batarians died of natural causes.
Not true.
Kahoku is survived by
He
his
died
wife
by
and
a
3
needle.
children who are planning a small private
Poison.
memorial service.
Natural causes, but I guess you can't really tell the general public. Yeah, he was kidnapped and murdered. Not really a smart idea. Right, I need to buy better. I should have done that. I was gonna buy Tally better armor while we were at the markets. I'll just fast travel back there in a second. Unless we can buy it from the Spectre gear person. I'm not sure I'll be able to though. I'm not sure I went the right way either. Nope, that's Chelik. Alright, so we need to go down the other hallway in CSEC. I can never remember which elevator to take. I can never remember which hallway I need to take. Here we go. Oh, haven't scanned that one yet.
One sec, looking you up. Hello, Commander.
Show me what you've got.
Sounds good. Just let me set you up. Oh, this must be a mistake.
No, it's not a mistake.
System's telling me to offer you our select stock. Spectre? Well, I heard about that, but I didn't realize it was you. Sorry, Commander.
No problem.
Just show me what you've got.
I'll open the rare stocks for you, Commander. Enjoy.
Alright, so it doesn't look like there's the level 10 stuff yet. So that's just what I already have. So I'll buy the pistol for myself in any case. I might as well buy... Might as well buy the sniper and shotgun as well. I want Ashley to keep the pulse rifle, just for the fun of it. In the meantime, comparison to what I already have. No, that's worse. Compare that to what Ashley's wearing. That's definitely worse. I'm looking for... I don't know if they have... Oh, buy this for my quartermaster. Alright, so we need to head to the markets quick so I can get better armor for Tally. In the meantime, though, it's gonna be way better than what I'm using. Okay, and then Ashley. Sniper rifle. There you go. And Tally, give you that shotgun. That'll do some more damage. Alright. Where's the fast travel? There it is. Citadel Rapid Transit. Towards the markets. It'll just take 2 seconds. We'll head back, go see if Garrus or Wrex have anything to say. We'll call it good. I'm not worried about going a little over an hour and a half. I just don't want to be anywhere near 2.5 hours again. We'll just see if he has anything.
Hello, Earth Clan. No doubt you've just come back from the colonies. Will you be needing supplies?
Show me what you've got.
Most excellent. I am sure you will find something pleasing.
Looking for... I'm sure I'll buy these just for the fun of it. But I'm looking for... Actually, hold on. He had light armor for humans.
Welcome back, Earth Clan.
Show me what you've got.
I think
Most
it's the one downstairs.
sure
It's
you will
Moreland's
find
favorite,
something pleasing.
Moreland's famous shop or something that has the non-human armors. Let's see what that's comparison to what I already have. 22, 119. Yeah, no. I'm probably stuck with this armor for possibly the rest of the game. Who knows? I might find something better. Moreland. That's who we really need to talk to.
Yes, human. You need something, yes?
Let me see what you have.
Oh, you will be pleased, I think. Very good things I have. You will see.
Non-human armors. Krogan, Turian, Krogan. Really? Nothing for... nothing for Quarians, huh? Is there anywhere else I can look? Not that I know of. Looks like she might just be stuck with that for a little while longer. I can't think of anywhere else where you can buy. Is there anything on the Presidium? Actually, there is one dealer? Not dealer, but merchant. There it is. I can think of at least one merchant in the financial district that might have something. If they don't, then Telly's stuck with the armor they have for the moment.
Ah, human. This one is greatly pleased to see you here in my decadent emporium.
Who are you?
This one's face name is Delaninder, though many in this place simply refer to it as Delan. Please take time to examine the fine goods it has for purchase, all of great worth.
Show me your items.
Oh, this one is pleased to do so, human. You will not be disappointed.
Non-human armors. Alright, come on. Give me something I can use. It's gonna be better than... Nope. Alright, Krogan and Turian. Oh,
Commander.
Show me your items.
maybe? I don't...
Oh, this one is
I don't think
pleased
it'll
to
be under
do so.
standard items, but... Krogan... We might find something. I don't expect to. Well, so much for that. I tried. So we'll just head back to the Normandy. Alright, then back up. One of the things I do appreciate about Mass Effect 2 and 3 is that when you're on the Citadel, you have the option to fast travel to the Normandy.
He recently attempted to land an interview with Commander Shepard, the first human Spectre. Commander Shepard answered difficult questions, demonstrating that under that military uniform is a keen diplomatic mind. We'll have exclusive footage later today.
Nice. But yeah, it's nice with Mass Effect 2 and 3 that you have the ability to fast travel to the Normandy. Whereas with this game, you can only fast travel to CSEC and then take the elevator to the Normandy, which really just kind of drags it out. I'm like, why didn't just give us the option to fast travel straight to the Normandy? That makes more sense. But at the same time, this is the only game where you can you have to actively leave the Normandy in this manner to go to a planet. Like with every other game, you land on a planet, it just takes you to the planet.
In progress.
You don't have to then get out of the galaxy map and then leave the Normandy. So it could be
Decontamination in progress.
That's the reason why. All right, so we'll just quick rundown and see if
Logged. The commanding officer is aboard.
Wrex and Garrus have anything to
Presley
say.
Stands relieved.
If not, that's okay. Take the elevator. A lot of elevators in this game. Noveria is still the king of... Queen? I don't know, still the king of elevators though. The amount of elevators you have to take on Noveria is kind of ridiculous. Between Port Hanshan and Peak 15? Peak 16? I think it's Peak 15. Alright.
Commander, I wanted to thank you.
What for, Garrus?
I thought they had something to say.
For everything. Taking me with you, letting me be part of your team. I've learned a lot. I've thought a lot about what you've told me. About not sacrificing innocence to achieve the goal. About finding the best way through, not just the fastest. And I've been thinking about Dr. Saleon, too. I'd convinced myself that he deserved to die, but then I started thinking about why I wanted him dead. I realized it wasn't because of what he did to those people. That was part of it, but I think most of it was because he got away from me. He escaped under my watch, and I didn't like that. I let it become personal.
Words mean nothing until you turn them into action, Garrus. What are you going to do about it?
Well, I'm going back to CSEC. I think I can make a difference there. I'll also reapply for Spectre training, but I'll do it right. I won't compromise myself to get there. If the people I'm sworn to protect...
That's good, Garrus. It's good.
Then I don't deserve to be the one protecting them.
I'm glad you see it that way. Keep that in mind when we meet Saren.
Don't worry, Commander. I will.
Alright, and Wrex.
Never a dull moment with you, Shepard.
You ever go on any missions like ours before?
Saving the galaxy from certain destruction? No. But I've had my share of adventures.
Do you remember any that stick out?
A few. I remember one time I was hired by a Volus diplomat. What an ass.
I guess even politicians have need of mercs from time to time, huh?
Even Volus.
Time to time. If it wasn't for politicians, I'd be out of work. They're always looking for ways to get ahead. This one was no different. He wanted me to erase his past. Get rid of an old friend who knew too much. Huh. His old friend turned out to be an Asari commando.
Nice.
I can see why that might give you pause.
What? No. Alina and I were old friends. Sort of. We met when we were both contracted to kill the same Turian. Neither of us wanted the other one to get him first. We spent more time fighting each other than tracking that Turian.
I have a theory about this Asari commando.
That's unusual, isn't it?
I wouldn't say it's unusual. Mercs come in all shapes. Anyway, when I told Alina about the diplomat's contract, she and I had a good laugh about it.
And then what?
So what did you do?
Well, I was going to lose the contract, but I respected Alina. In the end, I let her pick the location where we'd fight. She chose some old Solarian space station overrun with mercs and smugglers. That way we didn't have to worry about hurting any innocent bystanders. She always was a bit of a softie.
What happened on the station?
What didn't happen? For 2 days I chased her through that station, used my entire store of ammunition, had to kill a bunch of mercs and use their crap weapons.
Nice.
By the 3rd day, the station was barely holding
Sounds like
together.
quite the fight.
The mercs were dead or gone, life support was failing, but I had her. She'd locked herself in the med labs. She was trying to patch herself up. Damn tough, that one. Then just when I thought I had her, the station's core went critical. Barely made it back to my ship in time.
I assume the Asari Commando didn't make it?
Oh, I think she did.
I watched the station from a distance. I never saw her leave. And when that place blew, there was nothing left larger than a Turian's right nut. So I headed back to the diplomat to give him the good news and collect my pay. But before I got halfway there, Alina sent me a message. Better luck next time. Now, I'm not superstitious, but if someone can survive that, well, they deserve to live. At least for a bit longer.
What about the Volus?
What about the diplomat? He wanted her dead.
I told him the truth. Alina was still alive and she was really pissed. I told him if he wanted to live, he'd need me around to protect him.
Smart move, actually.
And he believed you.
He kept me on as his personal guard until he died. Natural causes. Easiest job I've ever had. A little boring, but credits are credits.
So long, Wrex.
Shepard.
Alright, guys, and just quick, I have a theory about that Asari. I have a feeling it's just a guess, but I have to wonder if perhaps that Asari commando isn't Arya Taloic, who we'll meet in Mass Effect 2. I could be completely wrong, but it's just a theory of mine. In any case, once again, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and I will see you next time.